everyone! At some point in our lives, either through public school, private school, or homeschooling, we have all been exposed to some form of testing, whether it's the WASL in high school, the ACT or SAT to get into college, or even some entrance and exit exams provided by the colleges, depending on your program. And these are all forms of standardized testing. Now, standardized testing is used by the schools and the state to determine a level of students' learning. But is this the most adequate way to determine if a child or an adolescent or even an adult has learned something? No. This is not the correct way to determine if somebody has learned the material. The three main reasons why is memorization, real-life application, and there's usually only one correct way to do and answer a problem. Now, let me go into further detail. In point one with memorization, this has been seen across all levels of education in that a student, like myself, may feel rushed or that the material wasn't taught thoroughly enough, and in that way, they either memorize questions and answers given in examples or study guide or the book, or they write flashcards or go through videos or just memorize the information long enough to be able to get a good grade on the test without really understanding why the question's being asked, why that answer is correct, or why another answer may not be correct, and it's just long enough to get the grade that they need, and then they move on to the next one without truly having learned something. The second point in real-life application is there's no measure on the standardized test to test for real-life application, and I believe that this is the true measure of learning. For example, in nursing school, we are taught through the book and videos how to do a technique, say medication administration, and then we see a demonstration by our instructors, and then we're required to perform that demonstration ourselves in a real-life scenario test. This ensures that whether it was the book learning, the videos, or the real-life demonstrations, that at some point it covered our learning style to where we can learn about what we need to perform well on that test. Standardized testing does not provide an outlet for this type of learning. And then finally, the only way to answer some questions on standardized testing is to use one method to get one answer. And we all know in real life there are many ways to get to an answer, and you may do it differently than I do, but if we come up with the same answer, that still should demonstrate our learning. Well, with standardized testing, if we don't do it the way they want to do it, if we don't understand their methods or why they're using that, then we're not going to get the correct answer because we're not doing it their way. So all of the blanket modes of testing, all the blanket, one way or the highway type of scenarios in standardized testing is not the way to test to see if somebody has learned the material. The only true way of learning how somebody knows the material is real-life applications.